Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about a little experience that I got today. Well, story starts at a website called Marktplaats. Marktplaats is a Dutch version of Craigslist, basically. That's the best way to compare it with. Everyone knows Craigslist. It's like a second-hand site where you can offer all your old garbage and stuff you don't want anymore. And some people will be like, I can use this, for collectors or anything unusual. And I use it as well because I collect Pokemon cards, and I sell Pokemon cards, the ones I have double, or the ones that I don't collect anymore, certain sets. So what happened was that today I decided to go through some sales, see if anything interesting was there, something new, cards that I still needed, cards that I just wanted for the collection, stuff like that. So I come across this big binder with tons of rare cards, and with tons of rare cards I mean talking about Charizard base set, first edition Gym Heroes, Gym Challenges cards, but also EXs and GXs, so tons of rare, and also some common crap, lots of duplicates and all that too. I decided, like, I'm gonna contact this person. I'm gonna write him and ask about it, seeing if it's still available, and hopefully can buy it. Now we're going to have a look at the conversation. And this is where things get interesting. Now I know that a lot of you won't be speaking Dutch, so I'm just gonna, read it out in English for you to understand, but I'll still put the text on screen. So the first message I sent was, "Hello, I am interested, but I was wondering if you also ship to Belgium and what the shipping cost would be." Now I asked him this because I obviously live in Belgium, otherwise I wouldn't be asking. Now the website itself is in Dutch. For those of you who don't know, however, Belgium is separated into two parts. We have the top part, which is Dutch speaking, and then we have the bottom part, which is the French speaking. I live in the top part, so I speak Dutch, which is why I also use this website. So some hours later he replies and he says, "Shipping is possible. I think it's around €10. So he offered me 150 plus shipping." I replied to him with, "I am willing to give you €160. I imagine all cards are real." "Of course they are real," he says. So I say, "Fine, I just want to make sure, but in this case, I would like to take them from you." So then he says, like, 160 including shipping. I agree on that. So next I ask him for his bank information so that I am able to transfer the money to him. And this is where things start to get fishy for me. To that he replies with, "I'm 16, so I'd like to come over. Otherwise I'll have to use PaySafe." And then he sends the link to PaySafe. To which he adds, "I use it to buy Steam games from it." Now, I'm a gamer too, PaySafe, it's a known thing. I used it back in the day when I didn't have PayPal yet. I didn't have a credit card. PaySafe is basically like, you go to certain stores, much like when you buy currency for your phone. You buy a code card for like €10, for instance, and the currency that you can use is 10. So now you go to Steam, you pick the game you like, you put in the code, and it will go off the amount of, cash that's on the code card, basically. So if you have a $50 code or €50, you pay a game from Steam for 10, you'll have 40 on the card left. So it's pretty useful. It's pretty useful when you're younger. So I understood, but I found it a bit weird because, like, why PaySafe? So I asked him about that. "Okay, I'll check it out tonight. Wouldn't a transfer, however, be possible? I think it would be much easier for both of us. Otherwise, you'd have like €160 on PaySafe cards. If it's on your bank account, you can, over time, still use it for something else, maybe." His answer kind of reminded me of those spam mails you'll get from those African princes saying that, like, "Hello, friend. I will give you this if you give me that." And with that, I mean money. Because what he said was this: "The code cards are on my account. You'll just have to pay for them, and you'll get an email confirming this, that you give me the €160. To which he adds, "Let me know something. I've got someone who is willing to come over and pay €150 for it. But you were first, so I'll wait for your reply." So this is a technique that scammers often use, right? So they will put some pressure on you. They will want to make sure that you paid for them fast, because they want the money, obviously. At the time of this conversation, I wasn't at home, so I was like, I'm just gonna mess around with him a little bit. I replied with, "I'll check it out once I get home." I'll let you know something. He says, that's alright. A couple of minutes later, I message him saying, would it be possible to maybe get some more pictures, especially from the cards on the first page? Because those were the ones with Charizard and all, with the bigger, cooler stuff that I really needed, right? He said to check the pictures on my computer so I'll be able to zoom on them better. Now, the cards and the pictures that we are speaking about, I wanted to actually show you them, but unfortunately I can't anymore. The reason why is something that I will talk about in just a moment. So after him saying like, you know, just check it out on your PC, you'll be able to zoom, I say, that's right, but I would like to see some individual cards a bit better. You know, just to make sure, as collectors know, making sure that the quality is okay. To which he says, just look at them through mail, I can't get any better pictures. I'm just afraid that when I send people pictures, they will steal those pictures, say they're no longer interested, and then put these pictures up for sales themselves, you know, acting like they are selling those cards. Which is ironic, because that's exactly what this guy is doing. This is the point where I decide to play the game along even more and act like I am unaware of what's going on. I tell him that I think it's a great idea to send them through mail so I would be able to look at them better, and then I give him one of my email addresses. The reason I did this is so that I would be able to get his email address and, you know, look for it online, see if it brings up anything suspicious. I continue my message by saying that I would love to come by, you know, have a look at the cards themselves, but he lives quite far, because he lives in Zeeland, which is somewhere in the Netherlands, which is pretty far from where I live, but the sale itself was located in Duinkerken. After being confronted by the little issue on the locations, he gave me the best reply I could wish for. I decided not to go through with it. I got a higher bidding. Thank you. So when I got this, I lost it. It was hilarious to me. But I wanted to fuck with him just a little more, you know. Who says I'm not willing to bid higher? You can't come by and you would prefer some more pictures, although they're very clear on the sale I posted. A lot of people want pictures and then decide not to go through with the purchase just to post these pictures themselves, which is kind of what he already told us earlier. I just want to be sure and have some evidence because of the high amount of money. Again, I have all the pictures in front of me on my laptop. I can see all the small details and it's more than clear enough. If you really want to have a better look, you should come by. But that's not possible, so this is where it ends. So at this time, he was getting a bit annoyed, a bit angry as well. But, you know, I wasn't done with it yet. Or you can write down my name and put them next to the cards to show me that they're legit. If someone wanted to steal pictures, they would have done by now. The internet is full of cards like Blastoise and Charizard. If you were to put my name next to all these cards, I would be able to see that everything is legit. No one is going to steal a picture with a name next to it, and especially not if it covers part of the card. And then the unimaginable thing happened. He said, that is indeed possible. After that, I was just like, wait, are you trying to tell me that this actually is legit? Because then this was a very weird conversation and it could have been so much easier. So I give him my name and I ask him to put it next to the Charizard and maybe one of the gym heroes. Giovanni, for example. Because I really wanted a Charizard, obviously. And all the gym heroes I saw, most of them were holo and most were first edition as well. And that's pretty damn rare and expensive, so I really want to make sure that those were included. Unfortunately though for me, I never got a reply on that. I never got to see any more pictures with my name next to it. So I know what you're thinking, maybe he had to be someplace else. Maybe he'll come back to me tomorrow. Well, that's not gonna happen, because when I checked back later, first of all, he read my mail. And secondly, and this was pretty funny and amusing to me, the original price of 150 got reduced to 100. Now, I don't know about you, but if there's, as he said, already at least 3 people that are willing to spend at least €150, why would you reduce your price by 1/3 of what you're asking if you could already get more from 3 people? Maybe because he's a scammer and, you know, 100 will interest even more people who might actually be dumb enough to actually fall for this. and buy those fucking safeguards of €100 and give them to them, and then he would disappear. Then he will just disappear. But that's not where the story ends. Remember when I said I actually wanted to show you these pictures, but I couldn't? That is because it got removed. Yeah, the sale is removed. It's gone. It is gone. It's simply gone. So, and this in like in a 3-hour lifespan after my last message asking for pictures with my name next to it, the price reduced, and then finally it's entirely gone. So to me, this sounds like someone actually did buy those PaySafe cards, did fall for it, and now he just, he removed it. It's gone. Now this is why I always want to make sure that I get like the name of the person, the bank account number, the email address, the phone number, anything, because you can always, well, most sites, secondhand sites will have like somewhere a policy, and will either like lead you to, for instance, a police website, your local police, where you can usually put in these informations that you got, search for it if anything suspicious comes up. If it does, just cancel it straight away and hit that report button on the seller, because he's a scammer. If someone reported it and you're known at the police site or your local police station, it's just a scammer. It's alright. It's a scammer. Now, of course, there are people that either just started with scamming, or maybe made a new account, and you might still fall victim to them, unfortunately. That's why I suggest to always make sure that if you can pay by PayPal, do so, because they have a policy where you can open a claim and everything if something went wrong. Make sure you have all the information in case you have to contact the website themselves, or something else. For instance, if you transfer it by bank. But when you use stuff like PaySafe cards or anything else, then it's over for you. There's no way to get your money back, because PaySafe works with a confirmation email, and you will confirm this from your IP address, the same one that you contact them with and stuff like that, and they can lead back to you, and they'll be like, well, I'm sorry, but it's nothing suspicious happened. That's the email address, that's the IP address, yeah, you've got no leg to stand on, so be careful with that, please. Be very, very careful with that. Thank you all for watching. I hope this video was informative, but also a bit fun, because I had fun messing with this person. I really did, just like letting him wait, and then just like, I don't know, and just keep on poking him with a stick, getting him more angry and frustrated, like, I don't know, I'll have to think about it, but could I maybe get some more information? Yeah, and just keep on poking him with the stick in the meantime. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people every single day online that fall victim to stuff like this, and there's no way that we will ever be able to stop this, unfortunately. So I just want you all watching to be very careful with whoever you interact with online, because even if they act like your friend, if you don't know them in person, you have no idea who they really are, and anything can happen. Anything is possible online, so just be very, very careful. Don't give out your personal information and all of that, so please be very careful. And that is all I wanted to share with you all today. So thanks for watching, and we will see each other in a different video. Bye!